Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or hi, my name is Stacy if you're new here. So today is really exciting because I wanted to talk about the new Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity palette. It looks like this. It's so beautiful. So there's such a good variety of shades in here. There's 18 shades and it retails for $78, but usually Pat McGrath has a lot of discounts, so you can usually get it on sale later. So yeah, I'm gonna show some arm swatches first and then go into 3 looks using the palette so you can get an idea of the variety of looks I can come up with, including this look right here. And then at the end, I'll just wrap up some final thoughts and like review this palette for you. Let's get right into the video. Saturn Sunset, Rose Venus, Gold Galaxy, Noir Moon, Bronze Nova, Nocturne. Ooh, that swatched beautifully. Galactic Glow, Sunrose Amber, Lotus Luxe, Lunar Haze, Electrique, Heavenly Body. This one is gorgeous. I ran out of space on my other arm, so I'm just gonna switch to this one. Bronze Eclipse, Solar Flare, Nirvana. This one's gorgeous as well. Corrupt Copper, Palladium, and saving the best for last, Citrine Envy. This is my favorite shade in the palette. So yeah, now that you've seen all the swatches, I'm gonna head right into the demo of the palette with the 3 looks. So for the first look, I think I wanna stick to a pinkier look. I'm gonna start off with this pinky coral shade called Electrique. Okay, so it's really pigmented. I think I put too much, but it's okay because we're just gonna blend that out. So now that that's more blended out, in with this shade right here called Saturn Sunset. So it's the second deeper pinky shade in this palette. I like this shade because it has a kind of more purpley undertone and also some brown in it. But I think it actually looks warmer on the eyes than in the palette. Okay, now that that's all blended out, I kind of want to go into, which one should I go into? I think maybe this shade, which is Rose Venus. It's kind of like a bronzy rose gold. I'm just gonna go in with my finger and tap that all over. Okay, so these metallics are super buttery. Like, I barely tap my finger into it and it's enough to cover my whole eye, which is like, it's kind of wild. Okay, so this kind of made it more bronzy, but I kind of want to go in a more pinky direction, so I'm just gonna keep adding things, I guess. I'm gonna try to take this shade. It's called Lotus Luxe. It was in the Golden Opulence palette, but I don't have that one, so It's fine with me. This one's a more rosy shade, but it's a little bit bright. Like a reddy fuchsia-y shade. I'm gonna put that in the outer part just to like blend the outer corner. Ooh. It kind of has a flip to it a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but it just deepened the outer corner and made it a little bit more pinky purple rather than bronzy. I'm gonna add a little more just so it's more obvious. Okay, yeah, now you can see the difference. I'm gonna add this pinky shade called Heavenly Body. Okay, this one looks right up my alley. Like, looks like it's gonna be one of my favorites in the palette. It's like a pinky golden shade, but I think this is one of the shimmer formulas, so it's very like sparkly. And it kind of has a gold flip to it a little bit, but I don't think you can see it in the camera that well. And I'm just gonna, I guess, put this on the center, just tap it. Okay, that shade is beautiful, and I feel like it made it a lot brighter. I definitely added like some glitter, but this is more of like metallic glitter, not the same as Pat's astral shades or like her special shades. It's still metallic, but it has like glitter particles in it, because that definitely elevated the look a lot, I feel like. Ooh, I really like that one. That one's Heavenly Body. All right, I think that's gonna be it for the top lid. I'm probably gonna add a shadow liner using this dark brown shade called Nocturne. Next, I'm gonna go to the bottom lash line. So I'm going to, I guess, put a little bit of Electrique again, which is this, the coral matte color. So this shade is really pigmented, so I'm gonna hopefully not make the same mistake. Yeah, see, that was like one tap and I tapped off all of the excess and it already coated my whole bottom lash line. Next, for the inner corner on the bottom lash line, I kind of want to do this shade called Solar Flare. It's like a peachy, orangey metallic. Ooh, I like the kind of like gradient that that gives. This is kind of looking more like a sunset eye. Anyway, and then last I'm going to do the inner corner highlight, which is this shade right here called Galactic Glow. So this one's also like pretty shimmery, I think. Okay, so then I'm gonna do my mascara and then kind of finish the face on this half, and then I'll show you this eye look. Okay, so now I'm back with this half of my face done. This is what the finished look looks like. It came out a little bit more red than I thought, but I think it's just because most of the shades in this palette are super pigmented. So like they kind of end up deeper on the eyes than they look in the pan. So just be aware if you have a lighter skin tone. I mean, they're very pigmented, so you know that they're gonna work on like basically all skin tones. But yeah, just know that like the pinky shades might end up a little bit more warm and deeper than you think. But yeah, it's not straight up a red palette. Actually, this is a very good fall vibe. It's giving very much fall, so it's kind of perfect for this time of year. Anyway, I really like how this look came out. So on to the next look. Okay, so for the next look, I kind of want to go in the more brown or bronzy direction. So we're gonna go in with this shade first called Sunrose Amber, because I want to make sure to use all the mattes in this palette so you get a good idea, since there's only 4 true mattes anyway. So all of these mattes are super pigmented and also very blendable. And yeah, I think also these mattes are very powerful because I think if you build them up versus blend them out, it's like basically 2 different shades. And then to deepen the outer corner, we're gonna go in with the one other matte brown, which is that dark brown that we used called Nocturne. Honestly, even though it's super pigmented, it blended out super easily. Like I only take a long time to blend, because I like to get the exact shape I want and like really have no harsh edges at all, because I like a more watercolor effect. But in terms of the eyeshadow blending out itself, it blends super fast. Like that was so easy. I'm thinking, because I want to keep it in the brown spectrum, so I want to go into this brown called Bronze Eclipse. I think it's one of the satins. It's pretty deep actually. Oh, it looks brighter on camera, I think. In person, I think it's because the reflect is pretty gold, but the base color is brown. Let's just put it all over the, whoa. It's so pigmented. Like I barely tap my finger into the pan. And again, it just like easily covers my whole eye with like full opacity pigment. That's a bronze smoky eye if I ever seen one. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit more though. I could just leave it here as like a brown smoky eye, but I want to see what this color looks like. This is one of the shimmery, like glittery shades. It's called Bronze Nova, and it looks very textured in the pan. Ooh, this is super pretty. It definitely has a slight duochrome to it. There's a slight, so it's brown as the base, like bronze is the base, and then it has a kind of pinky and greeny shift to it. I think there's pink and green pearls in here. So let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that definitely elevated it. It definitely adds like a pink flip. The pink flip is definitely noticeable, but it doesn't make it look pink. It's just a strong like bronze with pink flip. I'm just gonna put this all over because that shade is gorgeous. Like what? Excuse me? It definitely has like a pink flip to it. I don't know if you can see in the camera. Dang, okay. Okay, Miss Pat. Okay, that's pretty much it for the top lid, and then I'm just gonna do a brown shadow liner again using Nocturne, and then I'll come back for the bottom lash line. So I'm back with the shadow liner on. I always keep my bottom lash line simple, but I'm thinking if I should add a little something. Okay, so first I'm just gonna keep it simple. So I'm gonna go back in with this, the brown transition shade, called Sunrose Amber. Line my eye with that. And then I kind of want to try this orange a little. This iconic orange color called Corrupt Copper. I just added it a little bit on the bottom lash line just to give it a little spice, but I don't really want to do anything more than that because otherwise I think it's gonna look bad. So I like to keep my looks relatively like cohesive just because I just wouldn't wear really random color combinations. Tend to like to keep it more monochromatic. Anyway, we're just gonna go back in with the classic inner corner shade called Galactic Glow. I really liked this color as a bottom inner corner highlight. Maybe I'll add a little bit of that. It's called Solar Flare. It's just like a bright peachy shade, which is really pretty actually. And I mixed it into the Corrupt Copper shade, so it just created a gradient. And then I'm gonna go back into the inner corner highlight and just really highlight. And there you go. So now I'm just gonna finish this eye, like do the mascara and then do a cheek and probably change the lip so then we can see the finished look. Okay, so now I'm back with the finished look. So I'll just show you with this half. So yeah, that's the more bronzy look, and you can kind of see that there definitely is a difference between the two. Both of them are pretty wearable. And then we're gonna go into our third and final look. Okay, so for the third look, I wanna go in the greenish bluish direction. So I'm gonna take the transition shade, Sunrose Amber again. Just blend that out all over the crease. And I'm gonna deepen the outer corner with this really dark teal shade called Noir Moon. So it pretty much mostly just looks black, I guess, unless you pack it on, but I don't really want to make that this whole look. I think this could be really pretty at night, like just as a almost black smoky eye. The next shade I want to take is this more obvious teal shade called Nirvana. Looks like this. Ooh, it's actually super pretty. This could be a main shade on its own, but I want to use more colors, so I'm just gonna put this in the outer third. Okay, it's very extra, but it's a very pretty shade. I'm gonna pack some more on. Ooh. Okay, it's looking dramatic, but this is one of the shades I was most excited for. It's what Madison Beer wore at the Met Gala. It's called Citrine Envy. It's a really pretty light green, which is kind of unusual. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's kind of greenish. It has like a gold to it. I'm just gonna put that all over. This one's like gonna be the star of the show. Yes, that's a yes from me. Okay, we're gonna need to tap some more. This color, I think, okay, this combo is stunning. Citrine Envy with Nirvana, so beautiful. Oh yeah, and the gradient that just made, stunning. Yeah, it really reminds me of a peacock. That's so beautiful. Okay, I want to try using this other, it has like a slight green tinge to it, but it's not true green. It's called Palladium. It's kind of like a silvery taupey color with a green undertone. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can use that in my inner corner, but it might be a little bit too dark, so we'll see. That's actually very pretty. It goes so well with these other greens. I don't know if you can see that in the inner corner. Yeah, when I turn my head, you can kind of see the gradient. And then I'm gonna add some Sunrose Amber, which is that transition brown shade. I kind of want to experiment with this yellow shade called Gold Galaxy. It's like a very yellow gold. I'm gonna try putting it on the inner third of the bottom lash line. Ooh, that actually looks pretty cool. What do we think? I mean, this look is very extravagant, that's for sure. It's pretty much the finished look. I'm going to put on my mascara and then also do the other eye and then show you the finished eye look. Okay, so now I'm back with the finished look. It looks like this. What do we think? I think it's really pretty, actually. It's definitely something that I'm not sure if it's like everyday appropriate, but probably like going out or I don't know, for some kind of costume because Halloween is coming up. But I don't know, like the colors are so pretty that it's like hard to not want to wear this outside, even though it's not super wearable. But anyway, so I want to let you all know about my final thoughts on this palette. Honestly, I think this is such an amazing palette. You get an amazing variety of colors and such a good bang for your buck because this palette with 18 shades is only $78 compared to Pat McGrath's regular motherships, which are $125 for 10 shades. So definitely if you want to get the most bang for your buck, you want to get Pat's mega mothership palettes that she comes out with during the holidays. So this is the second one, and she released one last year, but I didn't pick it up because the shades weren't really speaking to me. So honestly, I like this year's shades a lot better. I think they're slightly more wearable and slightly more neutral, although obviously like there are pops of colors here and there, but overall most of the shades are still neutral, I would say. So yeah, and my favorite shade is definitely this Citrine Envy color, this green that's like all over my eyes. I feel like it's really unique and it's super pretty. In terms of the formulation, all of these they're extremely good formula, like same as regular Pat McGrath. Honestly, I feel like it's slightly better than some of the other palettes that I have from her in terms of the metallics are super creamy and shimmery, like extremely high impact. You only need to dip your finger in once and it's basically full pigment and can cover your whole eyelid. So it's like really amazing. And then mattes, super just regular Pat McGrath mattes. So amazing mattes that are super blendable, very pigmented. I would say most of the mattes come off slightly deeper than it might seem in the pan, just because they're so pigmented. And then I guess the metallics are very true to color. So it's just like what you see is basically just like the chrome color that you're gonna see on your eyelid. So yeah, honestly, I think this is a really amazing palette. Pat did it again with this Celestial Divinity palette. It's super versatile. As you saw, my first two looks were more wearable and then this one is more dramatic, but you can literally go any direction with it. And I also think that this palette is very good in terms of having a lot of one and done shadows. Like when you first look at the palette, it kind of seems like colors are all over the place. But I would say that you can definitely come up with cohesive looks like what I did in this video. But then also you can just use like one shimmer all across the lid and then you're basically done. You know what I mean? You don't have to like combine all of the colors in here. So, I mean, 18 shades for $78, and I got it on a discount for 10% off, so I got it for $70. So Honestly, that's like a huge steal for Pat McGrath shadows. I'd highly recommend this if you haven't bought any Pat McGrath palettes before. Honestly, I would still recommend it if you have other Pat McGrath palettes, because I do. And there aren't many repeat shades. There's only the Lotus Luxe shade from Golden Opulence if you have that, but that was limited edition, I think. And also Rose Venus and Corrupt Copper used to be singles, but I think those are also discontinued. So basically I didn't have any of those, so this whole palette is just new shades for me. I think it would be a really good Christmas gift for anybody, you know, that's into makeup, or just like a holiday gift. Yeah, that's about all my thoughts. So anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like this video, and don't forget to comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.